Hi, I'm Scott Clancy, leader and coach. I think the world needs better leaders and coaches. I want to help us learn how to be both. Today, I want to talk about tips for dealing with the media. It's no secret, over the course of the last week, I've been significantly involved with lots of national level media in Canada and the United States. Let's talk about these tips. First, best advice I got was from my beautiful bride, the Valley Girl. She said, be yourself. Second best advice I got was from my son, Matt. He said, be yourself. Okay, that's good advice. Here's some other tips. Anderson Cooper, don't try to be smart, just answer the question. That's good. Take complex concepts and shrink them down to simple things that people can understand. You have to think about this in advance. Don't try to be thinking on your feet how to simplify that. Simplify it in your mind, prepare that in advance. Spend time with producers. They're the ones that fill out the background stuff so that the host can be prepared to ask good questions. Want a good interview? You need good questions. Want good questions? Spend time with the producers. Manage the coordination of your schedule well. It takes significant effort. We forget this. In the military, we had public affairs folks that were just they were just gurus at this. But it takes time. Which news outlet, what's their spin, how they're going to, and getting that in the schedule while you're trying to do interviews. This takes a lot of time in your head. Make sure you have a system to be able to manage that, or get help. I had 3 people from the Canadian Global Affairs Institute at one point in time filtering calls and things for me, and I don't think I could have got through it without them. Any use of humor will become the most memorable thing out there. So just be aware of that. Yes, all humor appropriate, all the rest of those things, but if you use humor and it's an effective tool, then people will remember those things, and that will bring back to that simplification again. Once you say yes to an interview, do it. Unless a national level name, again, Anderson Cooper came in, okay, well, then you start juggling around. The only other exception to this is if you realize that the spin on a story or something is not going to make you comfortable. Don't do anything you wouldn't feel 1,000% comfortable with doing. On that point, not all media is the same. Having someone to be able to advise you, again, I had my son Matt, to be able to scope out which news outlets is, okay, this is the serious, this is not, this is this. That was extraordinarily beneficial. And lastly, technical and physical setup. Make sure you get this right. I didn't have it right for the very first couple interviews. That was shaky. Once I got it squared, the technical piece, then it was just repeat it every single time. And then I had my beautiful stylist, the Valley Girl, making sure I didn't have spinach in my teeth and my hair. Okay, because you don't want to be known as that person who gave the spinach in the teeth interview. Okay, those are my tips for dealing with the media. Hey, listen, if you like what you see, go to www.scottclancy.ca. Let's connect up, you and me. We can make better leaders and coaches.